Good morning, student. Today we will start a lesson 4 of English grammar, that is subject and predicate. And student, this term is not unknown for you all, and you all will know about subject and predicate in your earlier classes. But today we will know about some important rules of subject and predicate, and with the help of these rules, you all identify very easily subject and predicate. So let's start. So student, you should know about in every complete sentence have a two main parts, that is subject and predicate. And what about subject? Subject is who or what the sentence is about, and the rest of the word of the sentence is called predicate, and the predicate tell us about the subject. Usually subject come before the verb, as you know. So for example, I tell you Ravi plays football. In this sentence, Ravi is a subject, and rest of the word like plays and football are predicate. And here the sentence is about Ravi, so Ravi is identified as a subject. Again, plays and football are the information tell about a subject, so these are called predicate. Another example I tell you, student, Maya lives in Mumbai. Here Maya is a subject, is about the sentence, so Maya is a subject, and lives in Mumbai is tell about a Maya, so these are called predicate. So Maya is subject and lives in Mumbai are predicate. But not usually subject come before the verb. Sometimes it very changes their places according to the kind of sentences. So here we know about how the subject change according to the kind of sentence. For example, if we go through the interrogative sentence, there the sentence comes after the verb. Generally, subject come before the verb, but in interrogative sentence, the subject comes after the verb. For example, I tell you, if I say, where is James? Here, where is James? Then if you find any difficulties or any problem to find any subject, then you just rewrite this sentence into a simple sentence or a statement, then you clearly get a subject. First, where is James? So here the question is about a James, so James is a subject, and here you will see is comes before a subject, so James is a subject. In the second example, what are you doing? What are you doing? Here, what are doing, it means this question arises to you, and you is a subject in this sentence. But sometimes interrogative sentence have two verbs, and that in this case the subject always come between these two verbs. For example, I tell you, if the sentence is what are you doing? Here are and doing, these are two verbs, one is main verb and one is helping verb, and the subject is come between these two verbs. So here you is a subject. Another example, have you seen my notebook? So student, you will see have and seen, these are two verbs, one is helping verb and one is main verb, and between these two the subject will come, so here you is a subject. So these are the simple rules for interrogative sentence if you find any subject. Then move into imperative sentence. Student, if imperative sentence, sometimes subject is not there, you just implied the subject. For example, please pass the salt. Here, please pass the salt, but there is subject is missing. So just you implied who said to whom, and then you get the answer. So here, in this sentence I tell you, please pass the salt, it means here someone has said to some another people like you, so you is used for here as a subject. Now if we move into exclamatory sentence, so in this exclamatory sentence the subject comes before the verb. For example, what a beautiful picture it is. Here, what a beautiful picture it is. Here, the beautiful picture is just identify the beauty of the picture, that here it is used as a subject and after that the verb is used. So in exclamatory sentence, subject come before the verb. Another example, how amazing these children are. So here these children are a subject. If another rules, if any sentence started with there and here, there are or here is, in that case the subject comes after the verb. For example, I tell you, there are many trees in the garden. In this sentence, you will see there are many trees. So, where are many trees? So, my answer is there are many trees. So, here many trees is a subject that is about the sentence. So, many trees as a subject used here. Another example, here is the lost book. In this sentence, the lost books is the word that used as a subject, that subject is about. So the lost book is a subject. So student, I hope you all will understand clearly. So today's homework is just read and learn all the rules, and all the rules you all mug up. That is your homework. Thank you and have a nice day.